Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 3 of the Fallout 3 series, done none other by JDL himself, John Dave Shaw Layfield. If you missed the second episode, you missed the last half of the leaving Vault 101, which is back there behind me. Is kind of the scenic overlook. One of the very first things you get to see when you're out of Vault 101 for the first time. Um, Now, I did go ahead and actually level up here for purposes. I didn't really want to make it seem boring necessarily going over the leveling stuff over. Plus, I had to change a few things anyway. So I decided to do it like that. Um, Now, what I also did is I went back in and I actually changed things up a little bit. With the walkthrough I'm following had one character idea in mind that it didn't really feel like it fit JDL in my mind. So I actually went and I changed things up slightly. I'll pull up my Pip-Boy here. So as you can see, I'm level 2 there. What I did is I went and adjusted these again. I went and put intelligence down to 8. You don't really need you don't really with the way that with the way it is now, being able to get to level 30 because of broken steel, you don't really need a level a 9 in intelligence and then going and immediately going after the intelligence bobblehead that you can get in River City for the 10, because with being able to find as many books as you can out in the world and everything, it's literally going to be impossible for you not to get 100% or like 100 in all of your skills towards by the end of the game. So it's really not that big of an issue for me. I'm fine with taking a little bit longer to level up and not having as many skill points added on, just because I'm able to improve things a little bit else. Otherwise, like here with the charisma. Now, a lot of people say that you shouldn't have that high of a charisma because all it does is just help your barter and speech and all that. For one, JDL is a big talker, so obviously you're gonna have high charisma. But at the same time, I actually like having the barter ability higher because you can sell stuff off, which means you can get caps a lot easier and you can buy stuff for a lot cheaper as it goes on. And then speech obviously is a big thing too, because a lot of people try to take the underhanded way. Oh, if you fail a speech challenge, then you can reload and you can load and save your game over and over again until you get it. Me, I hate doing that. It's such a cheesy way to try to play the game. So with me, if I don't pass a speech challenge, then I don't pass a speech challenge. It's as simple as that. Um, it's a really cheesy way to try to play the game, in my opinion. Um, Strength, perception, endurance are all at 5. Just kind of what they start off at. Agility, I bumped up to 6 just because I tend to use bats a little bit, and at the same time, it also helps out your small guns early on, which having a good small guns skill, having that small gun skill higher up early on is definitely a good thing because it can definitely lead to better abilities. And then luck always raises your ability to have a critical, as well as raising all of your skills up slightly. So it's always a good thing to have that a little bit higher than normal. Um, with the skills, as you can see, we got 15s there. The ones I tagged were lockpick. I tagged small guns, and then I tagged speech. As you can see, repair is already up to 39. That's because I poured all of the skill points I got into repair from level 2, just because it helps to have a good repair skill early on as well, because with a lot of the weapons you can have over, they can start to break down pretty quickly. So if you can fix them yourself as opposed to having to fast travel somewhere in the middle of combat to fix it more, then it's always helpful. And of course, medicine's up to 31 because we got that bobblehead from Vault 101 before we left. For the perks, I got the Lady Killer one for level 2. It kind of makes sense with JDL, being a lady killer. But at the same time, not only does it do 10% damage to female opponents, but you can also sometimes get those interesting dialogue speeches as well. A lot of people say that it's not necessarily worth it if you're a male character because there's not Sorry, still find that a little bit cool from yesterday's My Career episode. If you watch that, um, some people say that you don't deal with as many female opponents, so it's not necessarily a good thing. But honestly, I didn't really have any other ones I wanted to choose. I know you can get Swift Learner right away, which gives you an extra 10% of experience points in every situation possible, over which a lot of people take early on. I don't really have a reason to want to take that because, again, I'm not interested in leveling up as quickly as possible. I'm interested in just going through it and doing it because by the time I get done with this walkthrough, I'm going to be um, probably at level 30 with like 100 skills or 100 points in skills in all these skills over before I even get to continuing on with most of the main quest anyway. So I don't have to worry about that. I'm going to be doing enough exploring that I don't have to worry about that. So yeah, starting off, we've got a couple of 10 millimeter pistols, BB gun, baseball bat, a couple of batons, which we can actually use that higher repair skill right now to make a little bit stronger. And a whole bunch of interesting various things here, which actually, we can make that stronger for that. And we'll keep that for now, just because you can get that bonus there with that. We'll go ahead and make our current armor stronger as well. So now we don't have the skill to build that up right now, which it doesn't really matter anyway because it doesn't really do a whole lot for us. I guess we can't put them on with that, so we'll keep that on, I guess. So yeah, so we will go ahead and leave this little scenic outpost area as a little bit farther into the episode than I planned for that to be at that point. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and go to Megaton to start things off. Actually, to start things off first, we're actually going to go down here and get our first location, other than Ball 101, that is. We'll just quickly go through here and get the location here of the Springville. So there's that location for us. Yeah, because this one's pretty easy one to get to already. And of course, there's the Enclave I bought. I will mention this too while I'm heading to Megaton here. You won't be really hearing the radio on here too much. Simply not because I don't necessarily dislike the radio. I actually do tend to like it. And a lot of the music that they chose for it, which is just a lot of music that they've chosen for it, is just amazing. I can't tell. We have something out here. I don't know if I should be going after this right now. Of course, it's a giant worker. So look at this. We could kill our first thing out of the wasteland. We're beating it up with a baseball bat. That's a bit random. I don't think I've ever actually come across an ant out here. But we realized that, well, at least an ant in that area anyway. We realized that it was smart to not have the radio be playing in the playthrough just because we don't need the copyright strikes. So you won't be dealing with that necessarily. So of course here is Megaton, and as I actually really hoped, here is these guys here. And it's our first.
Welcome,
one of the caravans out here.
My name is Crow, and I travel the land offering vestments of protection. And you are fortunate I found you in time. You bear the look of one who is haunted, but I am proud to say that my wares can protect you from even the cruel claws of death itself. Have a look.
You should tell me about your trade caravan.
My caravan sells clothing and armor to decorate and protect the body while it endures the ravages of the physical world. My travels take me from Canterbury Commons to where there is true need of this protection. After all, this is what they'll pay the most for.
Oh, Canterbury Commons, a place we'll be going later on. We don't need him to repair anything for us right now, but we will want to see what he has to buy. We don't have any tabs ourselves right now. But what I will do is I'll be selling off the BB gun, and we'll sell the weaker of the 10mm pistols for now. And then we'll also be selling off the police baton because we don't really need that right now either. We're going to go ahead and sell this stuff off as well. We'll keep anything that gives us a boost in stats for the time being, just because it doesn't hurt early on. You won't be seeing. I really rarely will be taking any sort of drugs like the Med-X or the Mentats at all, just because I've never really had a reason to need them. Just kind of some of the things I've done there. If you didn't see that, if you didn't see the episode as well, you'll know that you won't, or I should mention over, that a lot of the stuff that I'll be picking up is a lot of your 1 for 5 things. It has to be, or a 5 to 1, whichever one you want to look at it. It has to have 5 times the value of its weight in order for me to want to pick it up, because otherwise it's just a waste to hold onto. So we are actually going to go ahead and we're going to pick up some leather armor from him. And we might. We're going to try to pick up 2, because I might be able to repair them with each other. Of course, that put us over a little bit, but we've got a few things here to sell. We've got that to sell. We can sell a pencil. We can sell all this pre-war money. Scrap metal we're going to keep. There's a reason for it here in a moment. Central modules we can sell off. Let's see if there's anything else first before I try to do that. Anything paralyze? Stim packs. We could definitely use some stim packs. Not too worried about that. Alright. So we'll go ahead and we'll sell off these. And we'll sell those. And we'll sell these because we don't need those either. Alright, so we're making our first amount of money. We're making 36 in cash there. And now we've got ourselves
Thanks.
A bit stronger stuff there.
What?
So, oops, didn't even cancel that. But now we should be able to. Let's see if we can, yep, we can do it. Okay, sweet. So now we can wear the leather armor, which is 14 damage resistance versus the 9 damage resistance that the security armor was. And actually,
Here to acquire a new mantle.
Let's get past
Have a
what he's
look.
saying there, just because
See if anything
really
calls out.
I'm actually going to sell that off to him really quick too. Simply because I don't necessarily need that. That's interesting. I wasn't that just a little bit ago. But just because I don't necessarily need that anymore. Actually, you know what I should do really quick too. I know this is probably gonna be a bit of a boring episode to be paying attention to, but I don't really want that though. Well, we'll leave the security helmet for now. It's not. Well, it's better damage resistance than that anyway. Alright, so we'll go ahead and we'll get those caps.
Another satisfied customer. Yes,
so
but only if it wants to be repaired.
Oh, okay, it's actually pretty cheap. So we can get that bumped up a little bit, and then we don't have a reason to leave that bumped up, so that's fine. Alright, so, done all that stuff there. This is Deputy Weld, protects outside of Megaton. We've got, the homeless dude there that begs for purified water. JDL is obviously not going to be really helping them out at all. Up top there's a sniper, so I would not advise doing too much bad stuff there. And here we are into Megaton. Now, again, a lot of people right off the bat will do a save load thing because of this very first conversation, but you know what? With me, I'm going to take it as is. If I don't get to do it, then so be it. It's as simple as that.
Name's Lucas Sims,
So,
town sheriff, and mayor too, when the need arises.
Right now I'm going to play nice, just because it can sometimes
Friendly
help out.
and well-mannered. I think we're gonna get along just fine. You treat my people nice, and you're welcome to stay as long as you'd like. I'm glad we understand each other. Now, is there something I can help you with?
Looking for my father, middle-aged guy. Maybe you've seen him.
Nope, sorry. I got enough fires to put out in this place that I don't have time to keep tabs on every visitor. I'd ask around town.
Know anything about the area outside Megaton?
It's called the Wasteland for a reason. But there are settlements too, spread all around. The human race is stubborn like that. To the south, you've got Rivet City. But don't bother going to D.C. The place is a war zone.
I did that just that way we could get the Rivet City map marker on there. We're not going to do directions around town because I've played this far too much to not have to worry about that. But
What do you want
tell
to
me more
know?
about your town. All right, now this one right here is the one that we're going to do over. This is what's going to get us started on this. So let's see. Why is the town called Megaton?
The town's named after the bomb that's sitting in the middle of it. It hasn't gone off yet.
Don't. Who would build a town around a bomb? That's crazy. You know what? That's actually what we're gonna go with.
It's not like the place was put up overnight. Megaton's been here for decades, been growing and growing ever since. Started out as a small settlement of people trying to get into Vault 101. When they were denied, they stuck around here. Some of them started worshiping the thing like a god. Now we've got a whole goddamn church. They're nuts, no doubt, but mostly harmless. By now, most people don't give a shit. They figure if it ain't gone off by now, it never will. I respectfully disagree.
I can see about disarming that bomb for you.
Oh, all right. Fine. But listen here. Just take a look at it first. Go easy. If you get the job done, there'll be 100 caps in it for you.
Well, here we go. 19%, but we'll see.
Not an option, I'm afraid. We aren't exactly rolling in cash down here.
That's all right. 100
Great.
caps is more than enough.
Go ahead and see
Trust
what
me,
you can do.
with this
Just
walkthrough,
be careful.
caps are not going to be much of anything. He's not going to say, I don't think he's going to say anything to this, but now that I'm helping you, maybe you can help me. I'm looking for my dad.
Well, come to think of it, I do remember a stranger coming through here. Had a look in his eye. You know the kind a man gets when he's got a purpose. Spend some time up in the saloon. Might want to check with Moriarty. Just watch yourself. That man's trouble.
Alrighty. Now, here's the thing about this, however. I don't think I
Good luck.
will go ahead and go.
Careful around that bomb.
Now, in order to disarm that bomb, you need an explosive skill of 25. I don't have that right now. I have 15. And I don't have enough here to change that. Yeah, because I don't even think, I think even putting this on, yeah, that only gets it to 17. So obviously we're not going to do that right now. We're actually going to hold off on that a little bit, just because there's also the other possibility out there. JDL may decide to go to the dark side, which you'll also see here in a little bit. But first, we're going to go ahead and get probably one of the easier quests and actually really beneficial quests out of the way right off the start too. We're going to go here to the water processing plant. Inside here is a man named Walter, and Walter's is pretty basic, but we'll go ahead and let him explain it, I guess.
Yeah, what is it?
What can I do to help around here?
Well, it's no secret that the old water treatment plant is on its last legs, and I'm the only one in town that can keep the damn thing running. I spend so much time up in the plant that I can't take care of the leaks that keep springing up in the pipes around town. Now, I don't expect much from strangers, but if you've got the know-how, I need someone to hunt down and repair those leaks.
How many leaks are there?
From the pressure in the plant, my guess is that there are 3 of them scattered around town. Check along the pipes and the valves, but they might be a bit tricky to spot.
Can't you fix the pipes?
I could, but I can't hunt for leaks all damn day. That rust bucket purifier would fall apart without me around to plug it up. The only break I get is when I shut the thing off for the night. And I can't look for leaks when the water isn't running.
All right, well, I'll keep that in
I
mind.
hope you can help. If folks knew how bad it was getting up here, well, I don't know what would happen.
All right, now we're not going to go ahead and bother with anything else because he doesn't really have a whole lot to say there. But obviously, this is definitely one that you want to do right off the bat, because not only do you get a good amount of experience and caps starting things off, but you also, here's our first one here, repair 30 or higher required. Well, we actually have higher than 30, so voila. Not only that, but you can actually start selling him scrap metal and get some caps for that as well. Now, if you want to be a good person, that selling the scrap metal is actually the easiest way possible to do it, because you can just give it to him without any sort of reward, and it'll give you a boost in karma every single time. Me, however, being JDL, he's actually not going to be, he's not going to be playing nice about it. Let's see what's on here. He won't be playing nice about it. He'll be a little bit more selfish about it. So he's going to be requiring some caps. Trying to remember. Oh, I think it's over here actually. He'll be requiring some caps. So I won't be playing nice about it. I'll be asking for money. There's Moriarty's Saloon, but we're not going to worry about that right in a second. We go ahead and jump down here. And, oops. I think I just fell on my. I don't know if I can see them here. Oh, I can see them here. Okay. Go ahead and maybe. There we go. Oh, look at that. I fixed it. Now we slowly fall. Oh, look at that. Bounce against the railing to keep ourselves from getting hurt. There's that big bomb, obviously. We're not going to worry about that right this second. Go ahead and go back up here so we can turn in this quest, get ourselves some nice XP and some good caps. And then if you saw that when we were trying to barter with Pro there, you'll see that we already have a scrap metal to turn in as well. So that'll be a nice little start off point here. So, hey old man, come back here.
Yeah, what is it?
Pipes are all fixed.
I'll be. The pressure's up in the plant. It looks like all the leaks have been fixed. Thank you, stranger. Thank you. But listen, it's only a matter of time before they burst again. And someone like you might not be around to fix them. I'll make you a deal. I'll give you caps for any scrap metal you can bring me. You'll find it all over the place out there in the waste. If I have a steady supply of scrap, I can keep the plant running and the pipe should be just fine. We got a deal?
Sounds good to me. I'll bring you the parts I find.
Good. This just keeps looking better. Those parts will keep this place running and the town in fresh water. Hurry back as soon as you find some.
And
yeah,
come here.
What is it?
Interested in buying some scrap metal?
I sure am, Sonny. What have you got for me?
Just take all the scrap metal out. Now, if you want to do one where you get a bunch of good karma and everything, that's the one that you want to do. The one with no charge, because that's the one where you get good karma and no caps whatsoever for it. Obviously, we're not about good karma, and we want our caps, so go ahead and
well, all
give us
right.
caps.
Let me count out your caps.
And there we go. So, about halfway through level 2 already. We're going to go ahead and go out here. Now, we're going to go ahead and head to... We're not going to go to Moira's yet here. We are actually going to go ahead and go to Moriarty's Saloon first. As we slowly make our way around here. Now, there's kind of a reason why we're going to do this, and there's also a reason why we're not doing anything with the explosion part yet as well. So we'll get into that here in a little bit.
Come on, you piece of junk. Every day it's the same damn thing.
I told you, Gob, it ain't the radio. The Enclave station comes in fine. It's Galaxy News. Their signal's been shit lately.
come
Now what the hell do you
on.
want?
Wait,
All right.
who's that?
A
So we're
traveler,
gonna go
eh?
ahead and talk to her
I
first.
don't recognize you. New in town or something?
Sure am. Stopped in to find something to do.
I hope by something to do you mean a job. Otherwise, you want to talk with Nova. I'm looking for someone to make a delivery. Interested?
I don't know. Maybe I do want to get something to do with you, Miss West. I mean, I have JDL obviously, but we'll go ahead and you know what? I'll need some details before I can decide.
Hey, you're pretty smart for a wastelander. I need you to deliver a message to my family. They live in a small settlement northwest of here. If you bring it, I'm sure my dad will pay you. I'll tell you more if you agree. Please, I could really use your help.
Job usually means I get paid.
Actually, I don't have any caps with me. I used everything I had buying a shack in this town. But if you'd be nice enough to help me, I bet my father would pay you something for all the trip. What do you say?
Uh, sure, why not?
Great. I'd like you to deliver this message to my family in the Arafu settlement. I haven't heard from them in months, and I'm worried. As soon as you get there, talk to Davis West. He'll be glad to pay you for the trip.
Can you give me some information about Arville?
Sure. Be glad to since you're doing me a big favor and all.
Where is it?
Arafu is northwest of Megaton, on an old overpass over the Potomac. If you follow what's left of the river, you can't miss it.
And is
What?
there anything
Apart
dangerous?
from the wasteland critters, labor raiding parties, raider hit squads, and occasional landmine? No, it's completely safe. If this was easy, I'd go myself, you know.
I don't know. I'm not going to be doing all the speech options
Okay.
simply because it would definitely take up a lot of
Thanks
time.
again for doing this for me. It means a lot.
Son of a
Now
bitch.
we're going to go ahead and talk to
Goddamn
this man
radio.
here.
My. Just when I had all but given up hope. My dear boy, I'm very happy to make your acquaintance. I am Mr. Burke. And you, well, you are not a resident of this putrescent cesspool. That makes you a rather valuable individual.
Mr. Burke, is it? Please continue. I find myself enthralled.
Finally, someone with a modicum of civility and common sense. I represent certain interests, and those interests view this town, this megaton, as a blight on a burgeoning urban landscape. You have no connections here, no interest in this cesspool's affairs or fate. You could assist us in erasing this little accident off the map.
Go on, I'm listening.
The undetonated atomic bomb for which this town is named is still very much alive. All it needs is a little motivation. I have in my possession a fusion pulse charge, constructed for a singular purpose: the detonation of that bomb. You'll rig it to the bomb, then you'll get paid handsomely. What do you say?
Well, we got a 28% chance of getting this speech one. We'll see what happens.
Is that the best you can do? I'm afraid I'm not impressed.
Well, let's see here. This guy, Sims wants me to disarm the bomb.
Sims is an idiot. He prides himself on his position as mayor and sheriff of this scrapyard.
Oh, now we got the extra chance there, 31%. I told Sims I'd disarm it. Maybe some extra caps would change my mind.
Is that the best you can do? I'm afraid I'm not impressed.
Not working out too well for me there. All right, say I decide to help you. What's in it for me?
You mean, besides doing the world a favor by removing this pestilent scab of a town? Why, you'd be rewarded most handsomely. My employer is a very generous man. If it's bottle caps and luxury you're seeking, you shall have it.
All right, Mr. Burke, I'll do it. Megaton will burn.
Excellent. I had a feeling about you. Here's the fusion pulse charge. It needs to be installed inside the bomb. When it's done, meet me at 10 Penny Tower. It's southwest of here, well out of harm's way. You can't miss it. Questions?
Messing with that bomb seems pretty technical. What if I can't do it?
Lack the aptitude, you mean? You're not rewiring the thing, just attaching the pulse charge to the detonator. If you get stumped, talk to Leo Stahl. He might have something to help you concentrate. He's got a bit of a reputation.
Okay, well, it's time for me to go.
Don't let me keep you.
Now, the reason why I decided to do that is because, it's a little too early for it. The reason why I decided to do that is because we want both options available. JDL might or might not be disarming that bomb, and he might or might not be setting it off. That is going to be left out there for an unknown situation. It kind of depends, since he's going to be a bit on interesting sides there of things. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get into here, because that's actually going to be the next part of the quest, or the next part of the thing. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to go ahead and save it here. Ignore the other one there. We'll go ahead and save all this right now. So we're going to go ahead and save it here, and we're going to go ahead and end this episode here. Thank you guys for watching, and make sure you tune in to what will be episode 4 coming out on Thursday, I believe, for this series. Until then, I will see you all